Hi guys, and welcome back. Today is going to be, I don't know if this is going to be a short video or a long video, but I just have some quick thoughts to share. And I wanted to give you guys a few instant upgrades, things that you can do that will literally give you an instant upgrade. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I realized that there were very specific things that I've done. There's a lot of different things that I've done in my personal development journey, but there's a few things that really stole the stage or really made the biggest impact for me. And so I feel like when you're on this journey to transformation, there's like so many things you can do, right? There's so many like inner work practices and habits that you have to change, mindset work, nervous system work. Like there's just all these different modalities. There's all these different teachers online. There's so many books you can read. There's so many things you can do. And I want to narrow it down for you on the biggest things that I feel like would make the biggest impact. Because if you do a bunch of small things that move you maybe like 20% in the right direction, but if you do one or two things that literally 10x and bring you to like 90%, I feel like those things are worth doing over a bunch of little things anyway. And so it's kind of like being able to optimize what actually works, what actually gets results. So I'm drinking my tea here, of course, so get your tea out. Let's take a sip together. Mine is lemon ginger tea with honey. So I have three things, but I may have a few other ones as I record this. So the first thing is probably the biggest thing, or should I actually start in the order that okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to save the biggest for last, but I'm going to start in the order in which I did these things. So the first thing that's like an instant upgrade for your life is fitness and movement. And so when I was 19, I was dealing with so many mental health problems that were actually like, I didn't know this at the time, but they were self-inflicted mental health problems that were just caused by my thoughts, by suffering. Like it was literally, I was the one who was making myself this way, but I didn't know it at the time. And my therapist at the time had recommended that I try fitness, that I try working out. And at this time I was desperate. I was like, okay, I will literally do anything to feel better. At this point, I've been dealing with this issue for years and years, and I had just hit a wall where I was just like, I'm so tired of feeling this way. So I was like, what the heck, I'll give it a try. And so literally, like, I was actually going to make this a title of another video, how going to the gym every day literally saved my life. It's the reason why I am where I am today, because it taught me so many things. So the first thing that well, let me actually give you guys like why this is such like an instant upgrade. Because as human beings, we are not supposed to be sitting in our rooms all day. We were not designed and built in our evolution to be scrolling on our phone for hours, sitting around. Like our bodies are supposed to be moving. So you will notice that when you start moving and being in motion and creating momentum, like once you start doing things and get up out of your bed or couch or wherever you're sitting, you'll notice that you may not want to do it, but when you start doing it and when you finish, you just feel so much better. And so really that is why it is so important to get up in the morning and go to the gym, not because you're chasing some body or some aesthetic or some look, but because number one, you're training the healthiest habit that you will ever have. Okay, the habit of literally moving your body every single day, but you're also taking care of your mental health when you are moving your body, because it is scientifically proven that exercise does release happy hormones in your brain. And so you're making yourself happier. You're doing it for the discipline. There's this girl on TikTok that I follow who says that she wakes up at 5 a.m. every day just to walk on the treadmill. And I love that because it's not even about being in shape or the fitness. It's the personal development aspect of being able to train yourself to do quote unquote hard things that turn really easy. Like for me, going to the gym in the morning is super easy. It's like a breeze part of my day. And so it's the best part of my day too. I love the mornings and waking up and going to the gym and my morning routine. And so this is such an instant upgrade because like I feel like there's like a million reasons why I would just give it a try. Even if you can't necessarily go to the gym, I would encourage some sort of movement when you wake up in the morning, as well as like meditation and stuff like that. But this is the first one, is your life will instantly upgrade. You will be glowing. You will feel more disciplined. You will feel more confident. You're going to feel better in your body just by doing this one thing. And what going to the gym every day taught me is it taught me how to compound my results. It taught me how to not be obsessed with an outcome or an end goal, because I was doing it for the sheer fact that I don't want to be in this mental space. Like I was doing it to improve my mental health. I wasn't necessarily doing it to look a certain way. It still sticks with me, and that's the reason why I still do it, because I do want to help my brain release those healthy hormones. It makes you feel good. The second thing, moving on to the second thing, which I'm telling you, it's in the order of how I discovered these things. So as I was going through my fitness journey when I was 19, I was working out consistently, really well. Everything was going well, but for the first few years of my fitness journey, I would literally go to the gym, have a great workout, and then I would go through a fast food drive-thru. I would go to the McDonald's drive-thru. I would go to what was my like drug of choice back then? I would go to like Wendy's, Chick-fil-A. Oh my God, Chick-fil-A. That was like my thing. White Castle, Taco Bell. Like I would just have, like, my diet was horrible. So even though I was getting in shape, I had a really bad, I had a lot of gut issues, and I had a lot of acne, a lot of acne. And I also had a lot of body fat, and I had a lot of muscle because I was working out and lifting weights, but you couldn't see all of my muscle definition because it was hidden by all of my unhealthy eating habits. So cleaning up your eating habits is going to give you more energy. You are going to feel like you have like 10 times more energy to like get work done, to be productive, to just enjoy your day as well. You're going to feel so good about yourself. And for me, the reason why I started to, now I only eat whole foods. I follow a paleo lifestyle diet. I say lifestyle diet intentionally because it's not a diet, it's a way of life. It is a lifestyle. It's the way that I be. It's not something that I do for a month and then, I go back to eating like crap. It's something that I've been able to maintain consistently. And this helped me with my mood swings. So even though I feel like the fitness really helped me in so many ways for my mental health, I would still have these like mood swings. I was tired all the time. I had horrible gut health. I had really bad acne, cystic under the skin kind of acne. Like there wasn't a spot on my face that didn't have a pimple kind of acne. And it just left scars. I didn't feel confident. And also what the food was doing to me is I had a lot of like skin patches, like skin discoloration. So my skin wasn't like completely even. And I had a lot of bloating. I was really inflamed in my face. So I was able to get rid of a lot of my like bodily insecurities. I mean, I'm only human. Like, I don't think I don't know, this could be a limiting belief, but I think, as humans, there are going to be times where we don't feel 100% our best. And so the minute I switched to an anti-inflammatory paleo diet, my life was never the same. This was really like the next level. So the gym was like the first level, and that was life-changing. This second way that you can have an instant upgrade, this is like, so like every one that I say, there's 3, is in the order of like, I started with this, it was life-changing, but then I did this second thing and it was like 10 times more life-changing, and then I did this third thing and it like took it to the moon. So that's like the order that we're going in. So this second one is even higher than the fitness, because your gut health is everything. I noticed that when I switched to a paleo anti-inflammatory eating, just whole foods, so no refined sugar, no dairy, no gluten, no fried food, anything that comes in like a package, like just eating whole real ingredients, like how we're intended to eat as humans. So this is what it did for me. Literally within the first few days, you will notice a difference. And I'm gonna take my computer and walk because my battery is completely dying and I don't want this podcast to end because I'm having such a good time. Actually, let me like come over here. It's gonna be way warmer over here on the couch where I'm sitting. Okay. So what it did for me, if you try this, you will notice you will have instant results within the first literally like 48 hours, I feel like. Once your body starts detoxing. Within a matter of weeks, I cleared my acne. I no longer get the acne that I used to get. I still get like breakouts here and there, but it's like nowhere near. Like now I have just like baby soft glass skin like I've never seen before. Like it's crazy. I also was able to become way less inflamed. Like my face literally changed when I switched to eating anti-inflammatory whole foods, the paleo way. My face is just like slimmer. Excuse me. My stomach is a lot flatter. I don't have those rashes, the discoloration like I used to. I feel like my glow is different. I feel like internally, I feel like happier because I noticed that whenever I would eat unhealthy foods or just like a lot of food like in volume, I would get negative thoughts. So I noticed I just feel so much lighter, better, more beautiful. And this is real beauty. Real beauty is health. Real beauty is what you put inside your body. You can wear tons of makeup. You can wear the most beautiful, sexiest dress, and you can have the best purses and jewelry and, decorate yourself as we do as women, which is so much fun. But that is all a mask unless you address the root issue, which is your health. And so this is such an instant upgrade. And also like the confidence that you get, you respect yourself more. Other people respect you more. When you're out at parties or gathering events or you're just with people and someone asks you, do you want this? And you say no. And then a bunch of yummy, delicious food comes out that you used to eat and you decline. Like that is a certain level of discipline and self-respect that garnishes real respect from not just yourself, but people as well. People respect you more when you take care of yourself, when you respect yourself, when you pour into yourself, when they see that you're not breaking the promises to yourself, when you see that you're not breaking the promises to yourself. This is real confidence. This is real self-esteem. This is real respect. And I love it. It's the best decision that I've made, and I couldn't have some of the other things in my life if I didn't make these changes, because like, let me just give you like an example. My husband is also very much into fitness. He goes to the gym every day like I do. And it's also for the habit, you guys. Like, don't just go for like a look. Like, it's also for the habit. Like, it keeps your life together. It holds you accountable, these habits. And he eats very healthy as well. And we wouldn't have been a match if one of us didn't go to the gym and didn't eat healthy. And this is why when you start like losing a habit, or you start like going back into like your old habits, when one habit falls, the rest of your life starts to fall apart, because everything is integrated. And so the reason why you have certain things is because you have certain habits. So when those habits are removed, you lose the thing that you created. And this is so important for sustainability, like sustaining the things that you have, growing the things that you have. Because it's not fun to get things and then lose them. It's not fun to build something, achieve a goal, and then it's like taken from you. That has happened so many times in my life. And it's just because you are not doing the habits that started it and created it in the first place. It has to maintain consistency forever, for the duration that you want the outcome that it produced, right? So for me, fitness is a lifestyle. Fitness, health is a non-negotiable. Fitness, health is my number one priority. It comes before money. It comes before my business. It comes before my marriage. It comes before my family. Because if I don't have my health, if I don't have my life, nothing else matters. Like if you don't have your health, if you don't have your life, and you're just dead, literally nothing else matters. So this should take first priority. Taking care of yourself is first priority, and it's the most important thing that you can do. It literally saves lives. Eating this way, I know, is going to extend my lifetime, since I got rid of all the junk food. And I used to eat like, oh my God, I used to eat crazy. Like a typical meal back in the day was like chicken Alfredo with like fries, a pizza, and like a Dr. Pepper. Crazy. Like that's not even real food. Not even real food. I can't believe that. So totally different now. And also one thing that I started shifting within the past year is, over the past few years, I would say since 2021, 2022, like end of 2021 is when I started changing my diet. I was like, okay, I gotta like fix this. End of 2021, beginning of 2022. Now that I've done that, the past year, I have been really diving deep into healing. I don't want to say that it's like this term, but basically, even though my diet is clean, I am still recovering from overeating. And yeah, like this is just a habit that I've had for as long as I could remember. My eyes being bigger than my stomach, eating way past capacity. And so it became really bad last year, and I've been slowly just like healing it, reducing my portion sizes, healing with food. And I can make a whole separate video on that, on my approach to healing it. I would say I'm not 100% fully recovered, but I would say as of right now, it's like 75%. So way more progress than I was last year. Now at this moment in time, I'm not overeating. I'm not eating more. I'm eating just the right amount. I also had periods where I wasn't eating enough. So I had to like find my balance of like not eating enough to like eating way past discomfort, and try to like find my middle ground of like how many meals should I be eating. So it's been like a process and a journey the past year, and I'm really happy with where I am today right now. And I basically noticed that I will tend to overeat when I'm in a very emotional state, or I feel like dysregulated in my nervous system. So it could be stress, it could be getting in a little disagreement with my husband, it could be this thing triggered me, this person said this thing, I'm feeling sad, I feel like I'm not making progress in my life, and then I get triggered, and then I want to soothe the discomfort with food. And so now I know my triggers. It's so powerful when you like know your triggers, because awareness is the greatest level up tool that you will ever have. When you become aware of your patterns, your behaviors, your self-sabotaging habits, it becomes literally life-changing. Okay, and then the final piece, the final thing that you can do to instantly upgrade your life. I told you I was going to save the best for last. This is the one that really hit home for me, the one that made the biggest impact, like a ripple area for my entire life, and it was completely unexpected. And I feel like if there was only one thing, I think all three of these things are super important, but the reason why I saved this one for last is because if there's one thing, one tool that I think would be the biggest impact for all people, it would be this one. And so number 3 is watching your thoughts and being aware of the thoughts that come into your mind, basically being the observer. So let me break this down and explain what this is and what this is going to do and the effect that it has on your life. So what I mean by watching your thoughts is being aware of your mental plane, your mental space in your mind, bringing awareness that you have a brain, you have a mind that sometimes, a lot of the times, is narrating your life, is talking to you in your mind on autopilot. And this little voice in your head that you can't turn off, that's loud, it can be mean, it can be aggressive. We think that these are our thoughts. We think that if we are having thoughts that we're worthless and we can't achieve the things we want to achieve and blah, 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 whatever those thoughts are saying, we think that we're thinking that. But what's happening is that the brain, our mind, is a computer program. It's a software system. Or a hardware system, sorry, I don't really know the difference. I'm not a computer software person. But our brain is essentially a computer, okay? And what the brain does is it's kind of like writing code in a computer. If you write a specific code in a computer, it's going to have a specific outcome, but it doesn't mean that the computer is that specific code, because you can write any kind of code for a computer. It just means that the computer has memorized that code. It's the same thing for your mind. It's not that you are thinking those thoughts, it's that you have trained yourself into your mind has been trained to repeat certain thoughts, which then turn into belief systems. And so when you become the observer, when you start becoming aware of your thoughts, and when you start separating yourself from the thoughts that you're having, when you literally start to watch yourself have these thoughts, it is completely life-changing. It's earth-shattering. You're never going to experience life the same. It's one of those things where it's like, it's just it's something that can't be undone. Basically, it's like once you go there, you never live life the same, because you can never see life the same again. And so the reason for a lot of problems that people have in their life, including the problems that I used to suffer from, the reason why you are stressed, the reason why you have conflict, like inner conflict and also outer conflict, the reason why you procrastinate, the reason why you overeat, the reason why you don't go after the big things that you want, like 99% of your problems is because of your thoughts and because of your mental noise, which creates suffering. So 100% of suffering comes from our thoughts. There's going to be pain in life. Life doesn't come without pain. Life doesn't come without events are going to happen, right? But suffering, the prolonging of pain, which is suffering, is just coming from you believing your thoughts and you not being able to separate you from your thoughts. And it's a very real experience, trust me. Like when you are so deep in your mind, in your like you don't even know that it's happening, you're unaware of it. So this is why meditation is so important. This is why having space in your day multiple times a day to drop into your body, check in with your body, analyze the thoughts. You can analyze the thoughts that you have, but I wouldn't do that 100% of the time. I would especially do that in the beginning. But once you start decoding like the main thoughts that are really blocking you, a lot of the other thoughts you can just like allow them to pass like clouds in the sky. And so the reason why this is one of the most important things that you can do in your life and becomes a literal instant upgrade is because once you start to calm your mind, that is how you calm the body. So what's going to happen to you is when you start meditating, when you start practicing mindfulness, when you start being aware of your thoughts, you will feel an immense amount of internal peace that you've never felt before. You will be able to sleep deeper, better, longer. You will not, you're going to catch yourself in the moments right before you take the self-sabotaging action. So right before you eat the thing you're not supposed to be eating, right before you say something to someone in a heated moment that's going to cause more conflict, like before these self-sabotaging moments, you'll be able to catch yourself, be aware, because you're going to become so present within your body. You're going to become so present with the here and now that you're going to have that space to catch yourself and to choose a different decision. The reason why we have a lot of self-sabotaging habits and tendencies is just because we're so caught up in our own mind that we're unable to be grounded in the present to even catch ourselves before it actually happens. You're going to be able, once you start doing this, you're going to be able to have a deeper focus. You're going to be more productive in your work because you have this like deep level of focus, and you'll be able to execute tasks not only quicker, but it's like deeper. So the quality of your work will increase. You will be able to achieve and enter flow state when you're working or studying a lot faster, which is really, really important. You're going to be able to connect with people on a level that you've never connected before. You're going to be able to connect and love yourself on a level that you've never felt before. And what I mean by this is in conversations, you will be deeply present. Like, I remember when I first started doing this work, like I would just like be so like deep, like looking so deep into somebody's eyes or being so present with the conversation. It just would feel so good. Like, so that's going to happen. Like I could go on and on and on and give you like a list of this is going to happen. This is going to happen. This is like, honestly, finding that this last thing is the best thing that ever happened to me. And I highly recommend, if you guys already haven't, to read the book The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. This book is just life-changing, earth-shattering, is going to just change your life in just so many incredible ways. So I will go ahead and link that down below. I do have an Amazon storefront, so I will link that for you guys. But yeah, those are 3 ways that you can instantly upgrade your life. These are things that I literally swear by. They work. They are you know how like there's this quote that says 20% of the things you're doing account for 80% of the result. These 3 things are the 20% that is like impacting you on an 80% level. And just by doing these things, you're going to have a higher quality of life. You're going to have immense amount of internal peace with yourself, with other people. Like, not only will you like level up like all externally and stuff like that, but it's just a huge internal level up, which is what we want, because that's the real level up, is the internal stuff, because that is what creates the external. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in, listening in. I hope this was helpful for you guys. And let me know if you try any of these. Let me know if you agree. Like, not agree, but if you have tried these and you know that they work, let me know. Share your journey down below. I would love to hear how these things have affected and changed your life for the better, because I know they changed mine. It is getting super duper late and I'm going to get ready, do my night routine. But I will talk to you guys later. Bye.